Was what? I mean, did you work for her?
I was wardrobe Mr. and Mrs. Monroe. I just take care of person clothes.
At 20th Century Fox, was this when she was under contract? And
no, I worked when she was in Levan Southern Place, when she was married.
In the East. I see.
Yes.
Married to Arthur Miller. And Jim, how about your friendship with Marilyn?
Gosh, I go back to 1949 with Marilyn when she was, I would say, mostly Norma Jean Baker.
She wasn't a star when you first knew her.
When I first met her, she was making a picture starring Adele Jurgens.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Ladies in the Chorus. And she was about to go in.
Was it a bit part that she did in it?
No, she had a featured role, believe it or not. Yeah.
Was that at Columbia? Where was it?
Yeah, Columbia. Yeah, I met her at the old Naples. You remember the Naples there on Gower Street?
Of course.
And then after that, she went in Love Happy with the Marx Brothers. And then...
Wasn't it Groucho who made a remark about her once that is a classic?
Yeah, Groucho said, in fact, it was in Love Happy. He says, this is a case of arrested development. With your development, someone will get arrested.
You both knew her intimately.
Right.
How long were you with her, Miss Pepper?
From 57 to 62.
Were they happy years then?
Well,
because we, the public, did not know. I mean, it was all on the surface.
You know, when I started work with Miss Monroe, she was married Arthur Miller.
Yes.
And I worked for both of them for 3 years. And after 3 years, she divorced Arthur Miller, and she became Marilyn Monroe happy again. Yeah,
in one of the books that I read about her, and there had been many, it referred to her personal habits as not being. She was not a very
only when she was
well-groomed person, right?
Only when she was depressed. But then
when she was depressed? Was she depressed a lot?
Yes. For the first 3 years I was working for her, she was a very depressed person. But I tried to talk into her all the time because after 3 weeks I was working for Miss Monroe. We became very close because she loved Italian people. You know,
yes, I know. She had a penchant for Italian men, too.
She was a very good friend with Frank Sinatra, so, and all the time, after 3 weeks I was working for her, we become very friendly, and from the day, we was become friend all the time. And I used to keep...
Did she confide in you a lot? Did she tell you all of her problems?
Yes,
what was she unhappy about?
Well, because she was all the time looking to find some man that really was careful.
Somebody who really loved her.
She was a little bit unhappy with Arthur Miller.
Right.
Yeah.
He was really... Mr. Miller was a very great man. He was a very intelligent man, and he is very intelligent, but he was from Marilyn Monroe. There was two different types. Because Marilyn Monroe was a lover life, and Mr. Miller liked to be in his own room and ride all the day long. Yeah. And there was all the problem.
Imagine being in your room with Marilyn Monroe out.
And you're busy writing. Look at Oliver. I'd love to read your mind, and I think I am reading your mind. You said that she didn't use perfume or makeup.
No.
No?
No.
Well, all that mattered, all she talked about was her figure. She never talked about being beautiful. Is that right? She used to say
I used to keep and tell her she was a beauty, she was very sex symbol, and she telling me, I don't think so.
Did she like being a sex symbol?
Yes.
What do you think, Jim?
I think she did. She was a sex symbol.
Right.
Of course, I think I'm the guy that really started her on that serious bit, because I was talking to her.
What do you mean, Jim? When she wanted to get serious about her acting?
Yeah, I told her once she should do the Brothers Karamazov. And God, all of a sudden, that's all she wanted to do. She went back to the actor's studio and studied and everything.
With Strasberg and...
Yeah. And she would have been great in it. She'd have been absolutely perfect in it. Wouldn't she, Oliver?
I don't know. I saw her work with Olivier. I don't know to what extent that she was able to work with people of that.
Well, I'm
not talking about stature, because everybody has a big stature. I'm talking about that particular quality that he has. And I'm not saying that quality is necessarily bigger than stature. I'm just saying that stature sometimes is international, top box office draw. But quality has something more. And Olivia, up until recently, has refrained from getting involved with big movies and now is working so hard that one begins to lament the reason that he's beginning to do so. That's sad. But I don't know whether in The Prince and the Showgirl that she knew quite how to behave with him.
Well, I think that was the beginning of Marilyn's downfall. Because I remember she told me when she went over to Europe to do that she says, how can I act with the world's greatest actor? She says, I'm not even an actress yet. I'm a star, but I'm not an actress. And then that's when she started hitting the vodka.
A lot of you I've always had a great deal of respect for is professionalism, and she was never on time for appointments, was she? See, that's so unprofessional.
Was she scared? Is that why she was never on time?
Very
petrified?
Very insecure.
Sure. She couldn't get there.
Really?
No,
That's
why people are late usually.
2 or 3 hours? Oh, boy, that must have cost us.
Mike, I'll tell you how insecure this girl was. The day she tested for Asphalt Jungle, I met her on the steps of the Thalberg building at MGM. Now, she had the most glorious figure in the world. You know, she's like a 38-inch bust. 40. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
She was no Dolly Parton, but 40's not too.
Anyhow, Mike, she was going up to read for John Huston, and she stuffed herself with cotton. You know, she looked like a file cabinet with the top drawer pulled out. She was like this. And I said, Marilyn, for God's sake, you look grotesque. And she says, well, they want a sex pot. They want a sex pot. She says, they want someone with big bosoms. I says, Marilyn, take them out, please. And she wouldn't take them out. Next day, I saw John Huston up at Bogey's house. I said, what'd you do with Marilyn Monroe when she came up there with those falsies? He says, I reached down, took them out, and said, Marilyn, you've got the part.
Is that true that she spent most of her time in the nude?
Yes.
Why? Did she ever?
She, first of all, she never used petticoat and nightgown.
Never wore underwear.
Never wore no underwear.
Also, no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
Woman was always hot.
She was after the time, right.
She had the no bra look 30 years ahead of her time, yeah.
Right.
Why did she like that being in the news so much, Jim?
Why? Because she was beautiful.
She had a beautiful body.
Was she? Did she walk around that way in the house?
Yeah, she walked around the way in the house, right.
She do it quite often, yeah.
In front of whom? In front of whom? In front of people that are going to suddenly tell the story. If I want to walk, how many times do you walk around nude? That's what I'm talking about. There's so much nonsense now. That Marilyn was a great star,
right.
And for people to come around and jibe and say, well, she walked around in the nude, then she walked around, I would suggest, and I've had nothing to determine that there's a difference of opinion, in front of her friends or in front of her lovers in the nude, and that's the best way to walk around. Let me finish now. Her defense story, and you're about to tell it to everybody. But I think if you're about to tell it to anybody, it has nothing to do with walking around in the nude, because I do it all the time, and there's nothing extraordinary about that. I just love it.
You said earlier, and I have interviewed so many lovely, lovely ladies, many of whom have said things like, nobody ever loved them, or their husbands didn't love them, and she had a fear of wanting to be loved. Was there anyone that she really loved?
Only Joe DiMaggio.
Who?
Only
Joe DiMaggio?
They was I love, and she sing all day long, the men I love. All the day long when
she sang that song?
All the day long when she opened the class to wear something, she stayed in front of the class, and she have a big picture, Mr. DiMaggio, big one. And she said, the men I love, and she used to sing all the day. And I look and I said, no worries, someday we back to you. And in fact, when she divorced Art Miller, he come back to her. They was living together.
After what?
After she divorced Art Miller.
Arthur Miller. Oh.
Yes, they was living together. On the day she died.
When Marilyn introduced Eve Montan to me, she said, doesn't he remind you of Joe? And she was having an affair with Eve at the time.
Yes,
yeah.
he was a lookalike like him.
Was that an accident? Was her death an accident?
I think so.
I think it was too.
Yes.
I think it was a case of too many pills and then losing track. She was drinking the vodka.
But I want to tell everybody, she was a good artist. She was a good person, and she give you everything you want. She was a wonderful girl.
Very sweet. Yeah.
Very sweet.
Very vulnerable
sweet.
girl.
Whatever you ask her, she would give it to you. She never said no.
Did she ever say to you anything like that she would like a family and children?
Oh, yes, always, always. As a matter of fact, she lost one baby with heart Miller. She was a 2-month-old pregnant. And she went to Presbyterian Hospital and they have a miscarriage after 2 months. She was pregnant.
Nice to hear somebody say something nice about somebody. Most
she was
people,
wonderful.
most people write books about people who are no longer here.
And she was a drunk person because a lot of people tell me, and that's true, she was drunk all day long. She never was drunk. She just drink when she
handled it well.
You said earlier that she was very kind and very lovely to you. What were some of the nice things that she did for you?
She did a lot of things for my 2 boys.
For your 2 sons? Like what?
And she buy a lot of toys, she buy a lot of clothes. And she liked my husband also. She gave a lot of things to my husband. A lot of comfort, a lot of money. And my husband was very good to her also.
Were those happy years for you being with Marilyn?
Very, very happy years for me when I was working for Marilyn.
Did she confide in you a lot and tell you a lot of her problems?
Yes.
Like what?
Well, all the past she had when she was a little girl, under age 11, she was an orphanage. Then when she come out, she had to work from one house to another house. And I said, do you never...
Doing what? Working in these houses?
In the cleaning, you know.
Cleaning? Or domestic work?
Domestic work, right. And I used to keep and tell her, do you never dream to become a very big star? She said yes, but not what I am today, because she don't like to be funny. She like to be dramatic in a movie, you know. And I keep and tell her, no worry, someday your dream will come true.
She was very shy, wasn't she?
And she said, baby lamb, you really mean? I said, yes, I mean from very my heart. She said, why don't you sing me Italian song? You make me more happy. And then I used to sing a little bit, and she was happy.